Everyone, welcome back. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the 2 subscribers that joined my channel and to the 3 who left my channel. So basically, I'm in a net negative position as of last week, but that's okay. I think for me, putting these videos out there is more satisfying than anything else. I really do hope that I can form a community of people that want to build wealth slowly but steadily. I want to get to the goal of $1 million, and I know it's going to take some time. I think you might have even bigger goals in mind, but that's okay. For me, I want to get to that $1 million portfolio goal. And I also feel pretty strongly that if you're focused and if you're consistent, I think you can get there. But nonetheless, wanted to put out a portfolio update for where I am today. I'm really, really happy because the markets were pretty good. On February 1st, 2022, I would not have expected my portfolio to be where it is. I was concerned that it's going to be falling under $200,000. A lot of gains would have been wiped out. Now, they can be wiped out tomorrow. I do not know. As I've said before, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just on a journey to experiment and learn from the mistakes that I make and keep on being consistent as an investor. I not only want to better myself personally, but also from a wealth perspective. I think this goal of $1 million may be a big, big goal, but I think consistency is going to be the key out here. Just wanted to share with you where my portfolio is. I'm actually amazed I've gotten here in a matter of 2.5 years. It feels like yesterday, I was sitting in a coffee shop. I downloaded Robinhood as my friend sort of, told me to start investing. I downloaded Robinhood on my phone, bought my first VO share. I used to joke with my friends if my portfolio would be up even $1, I would say, yay, my net worth has gone up. And I would have never thought that my portfolio would be $230,000 one day. I used to think that this portfolio would, play money slowly and steadily, learn a little bit here and there. But I have been investing in the market on a consistent basis. I make sure that I save 25% of my income and I actually invest it. To be honest, guys, one secret that I have, my mom and my wife do not know how much money I've invested in the market or how big my portfolio really is. Because every time the market falls and my wife and my mother, hear the news about my portfolio, they're like, hey, I hope you're not investing too much in the market. And you know what? I have to lie, but I seriously think that being invested or time in the market is really, really, really important. And I don't think they know where my portfolio really is. I've been focused on putting something in the market, regularly, no matter how small it is. I've invested $5,000 at a time. I've invested $1 at a time. And I'm proud of both those amounts. I work full time, so I don't have much time to, do some crazy due diligence. So I rely a lot on other YouTube videos. But I think the more important thing, more important than even the knowledge, which is also very important, is the consistency and right behavior. The right behaviors include savings, not spending your money on stupid things, and actually investing. Either ways, today was a great day. Google did what it did. I have about 2.7 shares of Google, and I think I mentioned that in my previous portfolio update. And I'd invested $400 into Google in the last few days. And I think that kind of paid some dividends, not the actual dividends, but the fact that Google is up today, those $400 grew in value. Now, they're going to have a stock split of 20:1. And now my dream of owning 100 Google shares is much closer than it was yesterday. Anyways, let me share with you the portfolio where I am at right now and sort of, where the market was over the last few days. But anyways, I'm truly, truly, truly very happy with where the things have been. And I'm really, really excited for, how things have sort of panned out. Just 1 second. Okay. So here's where the portfolio is standing at 230,585. 2-3 days back, I was a bit concerned. It had gone down to $215,000. Again, all this happiness that I have could be wiped off tomorrow. It could all go down crashing and burning. I do not know. Things are pretty treacherous in the market. That's why I say I'm not a financial advisor. I just know I want to invest in awesome companies and I want to see what comes off it in the long run. And my criteria of awesome companies might be different from yours. So you definitely have to do your own due diligence. I think, I would have thought that Tesla would have crashed given the fact that it's a growth stock. The Elon Musk came out and talked about a few things that were not necessarily taken pretty kindly by the investing, um, community or the analysts. He talked about the robots, and people wanted to hear about the basic cars and the truck and so on and so forth. And there was also news about delays as far as the supply chain is concerned. So Tesla, at $938.50. Obviously, as some of you know, I sold Tesla at $885 or so, and I went back into it in 911. So I definitely lost some money in that transaction. Whatever money I spared from Tesla, I put into VOO, which also turned out to be not a bad decision at the end of the day. It gives me a little bit comfort that if that money falls, it's not going to be as bad. Microsoft was down today, nothing big happening there. Apple had a great earnings, and you know what? It's been an awesome story. 174.50, and I have about 123 shares of Apple. I've been accumulating these as on a pretty much on a weekly basis, $5, $2, and so on and so forth. Adobe has been doing okay. VOO again, the function of a lot of other shares. There's a lot of weightage of tech shares in VOO. Lululemon has been okay. It kind of fell with all other growth stocks. Obviously, the PE ratio of Lululemon is quite high. And if I look at it, this is probably not forward-looking PE ratio, but backward-looking PE ratio. And the PE ratio is 50.10. I don't think this environment is much forgiving for any PE ratio above 30. So 344, I still think it could fall, but I'm happy I bought this years back at $234. I'm not worried. I'm not selling it. I'm keeping it. It doesn't matter. Home Depot, again, nothing crazy there. Goldman Sachs has been doing okay. Nvidia did well. Now, why did Nvidia do well? Because AMD did well. AMD reported earnings today, and it did quite well. And all the semiconductors kind of move in the same direction. When one company reports earnings, the competitors benefits if the earnings were good. The competitors do not benefit or actually shed some weight, if you will, if the competitor does not do well. So Nvidia, I have been sort of again adding to my position in Nvidia. Right now, I own about 9 shares or 8.997781. I think I'll make it 9 shares tomorrow. Just to have a round number in there. But anyways, I've been investing in Nvidia, so that benefited. I have again MD, as I mentioned, crushed the earnings goal. And also, not only that, I think there's, when a company reports, it's not just backward-looking earnings; it's also what the company thinks about the future. And you know what? They raised the 2022 sales outlook. Really awesome. Again, if you think about it, it helped Nvidia. It helped Nvidia rise as well. The estimate was 0.76 per share. As far as EPS was concerned, it came at 92 cents per share. That is really awesome. I'm happy that I own AMD. I think I own 10 shares or so. But you know what? Again, I have been slowly and steadily putting money towards these stocks, and I think in the long run, going to be beneficial. And my favorite for the day, Google. Actually, I thought I owned 2.7 shares. Now I realize I only own 0.57 shares. So I definitely had a memory glitch there. But either ways, it just blew everything out of the water, did really well. I think the only thing that missed estimates was the YouTube earnings. Because the ads earnings were good, because the ad earnings and also the cloud earnings were good, or the cloud growth was good, it helped raise Meta with it, because that's again an advertising play. And I think Amazon declares its earnings on the third day and a half, 2 days from now. We'll see how that goes. I think, I'm fingers crossed. I'm really hoping that Amazon does well, given the fact that cloud has done, Google has done well based on the cloud performance and also based on their ad performance. And I think Amazon has those businesses. So I'm very happy for Google. It was a 20:1 stock split today. Stock splits do work, and they work for a couple of reasons. One is like, psychologically, now it's going to be more and more available for, more easily available for small time investors like me. So I don't, if I have to buy one share of Google, I don't have to spend $3,000, dollars. Does it change my ownership? No, it does not. But at least I feel good when I say I own one share. It does not do anything from an underlying value perspective. But again, it just makes that much more sense to own it from a psychological point of view. I could own 0.2 shares of Google versus one share of Google. That, in itself is a different connotation altogether. Also, I think the reason why this might do well is because options trading becomes a lot more affordable. So you can actually, an option contract is 100 shares. You split a share. More people will have 100 shares to do the options trading, and therefore the stock price might actually rise because of that. There were other stocks, just in the green, did not expect it. Facebook, for example, was in the green. I have 12 shares. I do want to get to 25 shares, and so on and so forth, right? Like, I think, honestly, I would not have thought my portfolio would be where it is. If I really look at it, the all-time gains are still, $90,000 plus, 91,767. Know that I have sold some shares, invested back into the market, and so on and so forth. At my peak, or at the highest, on November 5th, before Elon Musk decided to go and have his poll, my portfolio would have been $263,000. Right now, it's at $230,000. I'm okay with it. I'm going to keep it. Again, this is not my emergency fund. This is not the money that I need immediately. I have a good buffer of emergency fund that has been established by following very frugal habits. I think I'm going to forego my current pleasures for future benefit. I think I want to have a stronger future than I want to have a current present. I may not live long, but you know what? There's a good chance that I am going to live long. So that's where I am right now, guys. Thank you again for listening. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm really happy. Thank you to the 2 subscribers that joined. Thank you to the 3 that left. Thank you for listening. Either ways, I'm just documenting my journey. I think, it'll be so awesome when I grind through this, through my savings and through my investing and the up days and the down days, and I get to that $1 million target. I think it'll all be worthwhile. Really, really excited, and to see how this sort of pans out. Again, I work full time, so there are times when I'm making videos at 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. I also have kids at home. They're not here. They've gone to Canada, and therefore it allows me to make a video at 9:47 p.m. Thankful for that. Missing my kids, of course. But again, this is where I am. Again, hopefully, like-minded people, slow and steady growth, people who want to grind it, people who want to get to a great goal that is worthy of where they are, their current situation. I'd love to sort of, have you join my community, and let's share ideas. Let's share where we are in terms of our financial goals. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will be coming in tomorrow. And one of the most important events I think that is happening as far as my portfolio is concerned is the AbbVie earnings are coming out. I really hope they do well. But AbbVie is another one of my beautiful stock. I may bring some update regarding AbbVie tomorrow. But anyways, thank you so much. Take care.